Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I have a problem. Reclaim is taking over my studio. And I know I have a decent amount of studio space, but it is not endless. And every time I recycle my clay scraps, I just add to the pile. And I can't decide what to do with it. Every project I've been making lately feels like too important to use old clay with. So I decided to turn to you for help. I'm going to make a poll on Instagram to let you guys choose what I make with this. That will also give me a little bit of external accountability so that I actually finally deal with this problem. Okay, it's posted. I'm a little nervous. You guys better pick something good. Okay, we'll check on the poll results tomorrow. Good morning. So I gotta admit, I was a little surprised by these results, but I guess we're doing it. So the plan for today is to make a bunch of samples, and then I'm gonna let you guys choose which shape you like best. So I don't make a lot of planters, and when I have made them all in this very specific style. There were all sorts of different shapes, but always this unglazed, it's not terracotta, but it looks like terracotta. It's like a red stoneware that I have. So this is a different clay. That's number one. It's gonna look different in the end. I would have expected any other option than planter, so this is interesting. I think I'm just gonna go with the flow. Like, I don't even have ideas planned necessarily. So we'll see what my hands decide to do. So the plan here is to sell these pots, right? And when you're making pottery for sale, you do have to work with certain limitations that when you're just crafting as a hobby, you don't have to. And you know, neither is right or wrong. It's just the way of making a business off of your art. So the first production limitation is that I don't want to make these too big because I want to be able to ship them and it be affordable for people. You know, shipping to the States, where I think like 40% of y'all are from, I think starts at $20 US. So it's pretty expensive, and I don't want it to get very much higher than that. So that's production limitation number one. The second production limitation is because we are working with reclaim, this all needs to be thrown in one piece. Because all the reclaim is all slightly different colors. That means you can't like have a mug and a handle, or in this case, have a planter and a dish. So typically with planters, you're going to have a dish underneath them. But I'm just going to not make the dishes, and hopefully y'all will find a suitable one at home to catch the water, or you can, you know, just use these outside. I have a few of these planters just straining straight into the garden, and that's obviously fine. So yeah, so these are the production limitations. Otherwise, I can make whatever I want. And personally, I find it actually quite helpful to have a few limitations, because otherwise it's like blank canvas syndrome. You know, you just get overwhelmed with too many options. So maybe I'll make a slightly crazier one now. Ta-da! So here's the deal. I have to narrow it down to 4 now because Instagram only allows for 4 options on a poll. I think I'm gonna squish some of these. But before I do, let me know which pot you like best. Unfortunately, you're seeing this video way after I've actually done this, so but just for research purposes. Let me know which pot you like best. And I think I'm going to start with this one. We don't like him. And then I feel like I have to choose between these two because they're quite similar. This has just got a little flare on the top, and this is not. And I think this one looks like something you could buy at a big box store, so squish. We have 6 left, okay. Oh no, this is getting hard now. I wanna choose between these two because I can't keep them both. And these two. One of these two and one of these two I'm thinking, because I kinda like this. I think this is really unique, and this one is my secret favorite. So he's going through at least. You guys might not choose him, but at least he's going through for the next round. This is very 2020s Maya, and then this is very like Urban Outfitters, I feel. Like it's very like trendy. But what I do like about this one is that the walls are thicker because it's not as wide. And maybe trendy is good. Maybe trendy's, you know, people like it. So I think I'm gonna squish this one because this one I feel like I've made many, many times before. So let's give it a good. Okay. One more, guys. We gotta choose one more. This one I feel like I wanna squish because it's so simple. It's also kind of interesting looking. Maybe I should squish this one because this is kind of like a combination of these two, and these two are at least quite different. And the shape of this one is way more subtle, which is going to be harder to throw. So maybe it's good practice. Let's just do it. You're not gonna choose this one anyway. Okay. Somehow I managed to choose all the ones in the middle. Maybe that was like some subconscious biases going on there. So these are our options. I'm gonna take some photos now and leave it up to you guys. It's kind of scary. Let's take a little break to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. If you've never heard about Squarespace before, they are an all-in-one website platform that artists and entrepreneurs use to stand out online. I've personally been using Squarespace pretty much ever since I started my online business, and I'm still using them for my website today. There are a few things that I love about Squarespace, one of which is their memberships, which I use to host our very own template club, but you can also use to create community, host courses, and other premium content. 2, they just launched this really cool feature called Design Intelligence that empowers everyone to build a beautiful, bespoke website tailored to your unique needs. And 3, once you have your online store set up, you have access to Squarespace Payments, which is super easy to set up and gives your customers more ways to pay with popular payment methods such as Klarna, Direct Debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and ClearPay. So if you're ready to take selling your pottery to the next level, or you're just looking for an online home for your art, I really recommend Squarespace because they make creating a beautiful website really easy. So head to squarespace.com right now for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/potterytothepeople for 10% off your very first website or domain. Now let's get back to the video. Good morning. Guess which pot won? It's the one I almost squished. So we're gonna be making an F ton of these today, and I hope I can get through the whole batch. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. So I don't know how similar I can make all of these because the clay is all so different from each other, like the different bags. Some of it is softer than others and has more water, which means that weighing the amount of clay is actually kind of deceptive to like how much pot the clay can make. I'm gonna try, this is currently like just over 11 centimeters. So I'm gonna try my best to make them like this, but there might be a little bit of variation, which is fine, right? Right. It took me ages to get down to the studio today because my body is quite sore from throwing all of these guys. But the good news is that they are pretty perfectly dry. Some of them are a little on the wet side, so I can postpone some of them and trim the drier ones now. So we're gonna trim these babies today. I'm going to neaten up the bottom and put a little hole in them, all on the wheel. And I'm excited because I got this guy. I don't know if you saw a video I did just a few videos ago where I reviewed this guy. I haven't actually had a chance to use it since then, so I'm excited to whip it out. I do need to figure out some sort of way to trap my trimmings because, yeah, I got some really great tips in that video about how to, stop it from spilling trimmings all over the floor. So I guess that's the first thing we have to do. So let's go over to the wheel. So I have some old paper that I was using, it's like a thick photo paper that I'm hoping I can kind of prop in here. So if you didn't watch that other video, the issue is here that the Giffen grip raises the surface of the wheel pad so that the splash pan, the trimmings just fall out of the splash pan, which means that you get a giant mess. And when I'm trimming all of these guys, I do want to reclaim it. So my thought is if I just get this guy in here somehow. Obviously I need to shorten it, but yeah, I don't know. Let me shorten this. That was way more chaotic than it had to be. It's not quite sitting right, but I feel like once I get some trimmings in here, that will push it open. And I'm really excited to have this because I have so much trimming to do. You can't even see what I'm doing. I'll show you in a second. It's working. It is making a terrible sound. So I think I'm gonna jam some clay in there. That sort of works. I'm just sticking some clay through into the splash pan. Maybe this is not working. I'm just gonna use tape. So many of y'all had such great DIY solutions. I just haven't had time to try out anything. So I think actually what I'm going to do is there are a lot of these splash pan guards on Etsy. So I'll probably do that. In the meantime, I just need something to work for today. Just feels like a never-ending cycle. The process of me trying to use up my reclaim makes more reclaim. And on and on. Check out these free shelves I got back. Amazing. I actually have shelves again. So that took so much less time with the Giffen grip, I have to say. I maybe trimmed all of these guys in, we'll say 2 hours. I think I trimmed all of these, which is actually crazy. I think with trimming, I would spend the most time centering the piece in the past. So I'm super happy about that. Even my little DIY contraption worked pretty good. I'll have to come up with a more permanent solution, but if you're looking for something quick and easy, that actually did work. So now I'm just going to let these dry out. And once they're dry, I will bisque them, and then I will get back to you and we will decide together what color we're going to glaze them, which is very exciting and also nerve-wracking because this is a lot of pots now. I never counted them. 18, 33, 44. We got 44 pots out of basically trash. I think that's pretty good. It's been about a week since I last checked in with you all, and we have samples. So check it out. I wanted to test 3 different finishing combinations. So this is a white glossy glaze, a blue satin gloss glaze, and no glaze. So this is actually the color of the clay. Now, they're all gonna look a little bit different. It is reclaim, that's for sure, but they will have this kind of mixed quality to them, which is honestly one of the things I love about reclaim. Like, do you see? There's like some darker clays in there, there's random speckles all over. It just like looks kind of like a dirty clay. I love that look. And I especially love how it comes through on the white because it just gives like this earthiness to it. Like the glaze breaks over the different colored clay in different ways. Like you can see there's like a random streak of dark clay. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. The blue always looks good, but the blue just covers up anything, so you can't really tell it it's a reclaim with the blue. It's still beautiful. I'm gonna do another poll, so y'all get to choose which color you like best. Ooh, or should I do like a all of the above option and then I glaze some of each? Hey! All right, I'm anxious to see. Okay friends, it's been a few days. I have almost everything bisqued. I'm just waiting for the one last kiln load to cool. Hopefully it will be cool in about an hour. All of these pots, it took me 3 kiln loads to fire. It's what fits in my little baby kiln, but they're looking really good. So we have the results of the poll. And if you remember, I did 1, 2, 3, and then all of the above. I was pretty certain that the all of the above would just run away with it because I thought, you know, people like variety. That is not what happened. So the race was really, really tight between these two, the 2 glazed ones. I just made another poll, just pitting these 2 against each other, and y'all could not decide. It was like honestly 50-50 at one point. In the end, the white got just a few more votes, but I want to make everyone happy, so why not? We're just going to glaze half white, half blue. So everyone's happy. So let's do that. so freaking well. I love them so much. The blue is bluing. It really, really did its thing. And I guess that's the lower temperature? I don't know. The white is also just classic. Can't go wrong with the white, especially in combination with the green of a plant. It's just a classic look. There's the blue. Let's see how the blue looks. Gorgeous. I'm so happy with how this project turned out. Thank you guys so much, everyone who participated in the polls to come up with this project. I'm really excited about it. So all of these pots are going to be listed on my website. They're listed right now, so go check them out. I'll have a link to them down below in case you're interested in purchasing a planter. But otherwise, I hope that this video inspired you to use up your reclaim, because this just came from trash clay. So I think that's pretty freaking cool. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.